Hello, welcome back to my tutorial section. So now we will talk about some comparisons between the difference between population means and population mean difference. Because a lot of students are confused about this concept, I bring it into my videotape review and solution. So first of all, as we define a parameter as we have taught during the class, the parameter mu x minus mu y is for the difference between population means, while the parameter mu d is for the population mean difference. It is clear, right? Then we will construct our hypothesis, which is the h naught being mu x minus mu y equals to some constant number mu 0, for example 0. To say we also have the alternative hypothesis h1, which is mu x minus mu y not equals to mu 0 for the two-tail hypothesis. So for the one tail, we just have like mu x minus mu y less than or equals to some number mu 0 versus h1 is mu x minus mu y greater than mu 0, or the vice versa. So that kind of hypothesis is for the difference between population means. While for the population mean difference, we have null hypothesis, which is the mu d equals to some number mu 0 versus the alternative hypothesis h1 being mu d not equals to some number mu 0. Is it all right? Pause your video if you think that you are confused so that you can come back to see. Now we will talk about some theoretical constructions before the exam because it is important to have you know what is going on for these two types of hypothesis testings. So for the difference between population means, we are taking the mean of the two separated samples. The two separate samples should be independent of each other. They are not necessarily having the same sample size. For example, they may have 100 students in class A and 50 students in class B. And then we take the sample, and then we take the mean of the two samples. We say, oh, we have the x bar for the first sample, y bar for the second sample. And then we take the difference between those means. For the population mean difference, we have a paired sample so that we should have the same sample size for that two samples. And then for each observation in sample, we should take the difference between two measures and then take the mean. So let us talk about how could we express those concepts. So to estimate the difference between population means, we have the x bar and y bar for the two separate samples. And then for the sample statistic, we have x bar minus y bar. So those are the sample statistics. But now we should define our parameter. So the parameter for x bar should be mu x. The parameter for y bar should be mu y. So the parameter is mu x minus mu y, which is the one we defined here. To estimate the population mean difference, we take di equals to the xi minus yi for each of the observation in the paired sample. And then we take the mean of them, which is the d bar equals to the summation of I equals to 1 to n di over n. This is our sample statistic called the sample mean difference. So that our parameter should be correspondingly the mu d equals to the mu of x minus y. So now, are you confident to say that you're clear about the differences? If not, pause your video and come back to see the points that you feel confused with. Also, some students asked this problem in Piazza, so could any of you phrase my comparison in Piazza? Thank you so much for listening.